anything but followed her out to the
These are
parking
bad
lot.
games. These are so
She
bad.
accused them of taking, quote, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, before lunging for her stroller. Sorensen said she called for help, talked to the police, and then decided to share her story on social media to warn other parents. My children were the target of an attempted kidnap. Sitting in her car, which is such a weird thing to even vocalize, but it happened and I want to share the story with you. The videos accrued more than 4 million views before Sorensen made her account private. Soon, investigators said it was clear Sorensen's account wasn't meshing with the evidence. Security footage from the Michaels did not corroborate her story, said Petaluma police. There are many inconsistencies when she retold the story. They soon cleared the couple, Sadie and Eddie Martinez, of any wrongdoing. Sorensen, meanwhile, took to local TV to repeat her story. I saw these people. They didn't look necessarily clean cut, she said on KTVU. I felt uncomfortable around them. Last week, a jury found Sorensen guilty of making a false report of a crime to a detective. Prosecutors say she faces up to 6 months in prison for the misdemeanor, but she was taken into custody after the verdict and held on $100,000 bail. She moved out of state after the incident. Before her internet infamy, Sorensen was a self-described independent wellness advocate, hawking essential oils. And this is the QAnon and the wellness people are very similar. There's a lot of concentric circles between the QAnon, they're trying to kidnap my kids and Michael's, which isn't true, and the wellness community of the essential oils. It's a multi-level marketing company. So she was part of this multi-level marketing scam. It's like a Mary Kay Cosmetics, but she's slinging essential oils to other white women whose kids are being QAnoned. It's interesting. It's just funny to me, the idea that a mother, which, by the way, it's got to be the most terrifying thing in the world to have your kids kidnapped as a mother, or an attempted kidnapping has got to be, as a mother, the most terrifying thing. Just the idea that it could happen is terrifying. Just the idea that it could take place has got to be the most rattling thing if you're a mother. So the idea that this woman would not only make it up, she made it up, but then went out and terrified other people and said, they're coming for your kids. Now I'm telling you, they came for mine. This sick bitch wanted attention so bad, because that's all we have left in this country is attention. She wanted it so badly that she made a story up that people lunged for her baby stroller in the Michaels Crafts parking lot.
What am I doing?
That they lunged for the stroller. So this is the problem with the QAnon schizophrenics.
Here.
Is that they're inventing stories because reality has not been kind to them. No one's in jail. No one went to Guantanamo. Hillary's still walking around. She's fat now, but she's not in jail. The Obamas, all the people they said were going to be in jail at Guantanamo Bay, it never happened. None of this ever happened. All of this stuff, so they have to now invent things that help them with their worldview. They have to go like, oh, well, you know, they were at Michael's Crafts, and they lunged at my stroller, and now this bitch is going to jail. Ruth Chris, one of my least favorite restaurants in the world, was recently bought by Darden Restaurant Group. Olive Garden owner Darden Restaurants buys Ruth Chris Steakhouse for $715 million. Ruth Chris is one of the lower end corporate steakhouses in America. I mean, if you are in Grand Rapids, Michigan, isn't that where we ate there? If you have to eat there, it's not the worst thing in the world, but Ruth Chris is not a good restaurant. It's not good. It's for teachers. Ruth Chris is a place for, it's for people that shouldn't be at a steakhouse. That's what Ruth Chris is. It's for people that shouldn't be at a steakhouse. It's for people who, you know how many people I've watched at Ruth Chris argue about a birthday promotion? It's that type of restaurant where they go, okay, and also it's my birthday. Also, that's how you know you're in a nice restaurant, when someone goes, okay, I know the check's here, but also, well, it's my birthday, or the best one, it's her birthday. So I know we have to settle up with you, but is there any way we can knock some money off this? because I was born today. It's my birthday. If I go to a restaurant on my birthday, I just go, shh, don't, please, right? But there's a lot of people out there that are just trying to, get Ruth Chris for all the money that it can be. So I've seen, so I don't know what they're going to do with Ruth Chris. Are there any plans? Are they going to make it better? Are they going to make it more interesting?
It seems like they just acquired it.
There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do with Ruth Chris. The same type. I've had to eat Ruth Chris because I tour around the country as a comedian, and in a lot of these towns, Ruth Chris is the only thing out there, and it's the only thing open. But it's far below a Capitol Grill, a Smith & Wolinski's, a Frisco's, an Ocean Prime. Ruth Chris is like the entry-level steakhouse. It's just for people that just got out of jail. It's like a got out of jail meal. It's like one of the first meals you have when you get out of jail. Like your family picks you up and goes, let's go to Ruth Chris.